Henry drags himself through the morning, each day feeling like a reflection of the last. He is always late, always busy, and always tired. His work desk is a chaos of papers and unread emails, each screaming for attention. The notifications on his phone never stop. He feels as if he is always putting out fires, never making progress towards his true goals or passions. Anxiety, mental fatigue, and that constant feeling of running in circles dominate his days. He knew he needed to radically change his life. It was then that Henry discovered a completely new way to deal with the daily chaos. He learned how to distinguish what is urgent from what is truly important, the art of saying no to things that aren't worth it, and to focus only on what helps him grow in life and at work. Each smart choice he makes is a step towards escaping the usual turmoil, leading him to a more peaceful and lighter life. And today, it's your turn to learn these tips. It will be useful in your daily life to get you closer and in tune with what you want to achieve. So grab a pen and paper and stay tuned. Discover how to have a more centered and calm life with the tips from the book Essentialism, the Disciplined Pursuit of Less. Going back to Henry's past, we realize that the problem of non-essentialism is clearly manifested in Henry's life, as in that of many modern professionals. With a schedule crammed full of commitments, Henry faces the continual difficulty of saying no, leading him to a state of constant overload. He tries to meet all requests and opportunities, but this often results in paradoxically low productivity and increased stress. According to a study from Stanford University, professional performance begins to substantially decline when the workweek exceeds 50 hours, showing that more working hours do not necessarily equate to more productivity. The difficulty in saying no is an alarming symptom of non-essentialism. Henry, like many, fears missing out on opportunities or disappointing people. This behavior, however, leads him into a common trap: multitasking. Research from the APA, American Psychological Association, reveals that people who have difficulties refusing requests and setting healthy boundaries exhibit higher levels of stress and lower psychological well-being. A routine filled with scattered small tasks drains more energy than focusing on a single significant task, resulting in burnout and professional dissatisfaction. Moreover, the trap of multitasking is a reality for many who, like Henry, attempt to juggle multiple tasks at once. Contrary to popular belief, multitasking often reduces efficiency and increases the chances of error. Studies show that constantly shifting focus can reduce productivity by up to 40%. This mode of operation not only impairs work performance, but also negatively impacts mental health, contributing to an increased feeling of overload and anxiety. Therefore, eliminate the excess that distracts and wears you down. But how? What is essential and what is not? First, you need to clarify your life to better understand where you are actually going wrong. Let me explain with a practical example from the book about how not to be clear and concise. Look at these two companies. Company 1 is a food company, manufacturing dairy products and soy derivatives. Meanwhile, Company 2 manufactures vehicles such as garbage trucks and electronics like inkjet printers and electronic circuit boards. Okay, now I will read the mission statement of both to you, and you will have 5 seconds to guess which mission belongs to which company. Mission A: to be the leader in all our markets for the benefit of customers and shareholders. And Mission B: the primary goal of the company is to maximize long-term profitability for shareholders while obeying the law and adhering to the highest ethical standards. Alright, now you have 5 seconds to guess which mission belongs to each company. How did you do? If you had absolutely no idea, congratulations, you are not alone. These vague, generic, and exaggerated statements do not serve their intended purpose: to inspire employees with a clear sense of purpose. In other words, these companies are not being essentialist. And that is the proposition of essentialism: to be clear and concise, even if it doesn't seem as grandiose. When actor and social entrepreneur Brad Pitt concerned about the lack of progress in rebuilding New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, he founded an entity called Make It Right with the essential goal to build 150 affordable, eco-friendly, and storm-resistant homes for families living in the lower Ninth Ward. Simple, concrete, inspiring, and easy to measure. Therefore, ask yourself the most essential question that will shape all your future decisions. If I could only be truly excellent at one thing, what would it be? Essentialism is a life philosophy that proposes a systematic approach to identifying what is truly essential, eliminating everything that is not. The central idea of essentialism is that instead of trying to do everything, we should focus on doing the right things that truly bring significant impact and value to our lives. This requires a shift in mindset, moving from a reactive to a proactive stance in making decisions about how and where to invest our time and energy. Whatever the decision, challenge, or crossroad you encounter in life, simply ask yourself, what is essential? Answer honestly and eliminate everything else. Get used to saying no. Understand that to live an essential life is to have a life that really matters. A good technique to determine what really matters is the 90% rule, which suggests that when making a decision about whether to include a new activity or commitment in life, we should ask ourselves if the opportunity meets at least 90% of our essential criteria. If the answer is no, the opportunity should be discarded. For example, when receiving a job offer, one might evaluate aspects such as alignment with personal values, potential for growth, and balance between personal and professional life. If the opportunity does not meet the majority of these criteria, it should be declined to avoid deviating from what is essential. Another technique presented by McEwen is the law of less, which proposes that doing less but in a more focused and efficient manner can produce better results than trying to do everything. This involves prioritizing tasks that truly add value and eliminating the rest. In everyday terms, this might mean, for example, that a project manager should delegate time-consuming administrative tasks and focus on strategic activities that only they can perform, such as planning and team management, thus maximizing the effectiveness and productivity of the project. The space for the unexpected is a strategy that involves blocking periods in the calendar for unallocated time, allowing flexibility to deal with unforeseen circumstances or to devote time to tasks that emerge as unexpected priorities. In practice, this could manifest in the schedule of a professional who, when planning their day, leaves 1-hour blocks without fixed commitments. These periods can be used to address urgent issues that arise at the last minute or simply to rest and recharge, ensuring that productivity is not compromised by an overly full schedule. The sleep to prioritize technique highlights the importance of adequate rest as a means of maintaining mental clarity and effective decision-making. Prioritizing sleep is essential to maintain the focus and energy needed to concentrate on the activities that truly matter. After recognizing the need for change, we can look to the case of Arianna Huffington, co-founder of the Huffington Post, who suffered a physical collapse due to exhaustion from lack of sleep. This incident was a turning point for her, leading her to reevaluate her lifestyle and the importance of sleep. Arianna began to promote a more balanced culture regarding work and rest, emphasizing sleep as an essential component for sustainable success. She wrote books on the subject and changed policies in her companies to encourage employees to prioritize their well-being, demonstrating how personal changes in sleep habits can lead to significant improvements in health, well-being, and even professional efficacy. Starting the journey to become an essentialist is not just a change in habits, but a transformation in the way you think and make decisions about your own life. I encourage you to take this step towards a more focused and less overwhelmed life. Start small, choosing a single essentialism technique to implement this week. It can be as simple as applying the 90% rule to evaluate your next decisions, organizing your workspace, or even organizing your wardrobe and donating that ugly sweater you haven't worn for years. Every small step counts and helps build the momentum needed to embrace this powerful and transformative philosophy. If you want to delve deeper into these concepts, I've left the link to the book Essentialism: The Disciplined Pursuit of Less below. This is an affiliate link with Amazon, so by purchasing through it, you are supporting my work and helping me create more videos like this, improving the lives of more people.